So I'd like to welcome first to the show my friend, key resource and sponsor, Dr. Deren from Modento. We're going to find out what Modento does to help increase success and decrease stress. Dr. Deren, we're the two dentists on the show today. Share with our community what you do, both in your dentisting life and in your Modento life.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks for having me, Paul. Yeah. So I practice owner, two practices, clinically in one, as you can see. Got a full day today, and we're on lunch right now, so this is perfect timing. And then also a co-founder of Modento, which, as a lot of Dental Nachos fans know, it's a practice management adjunct that lets you communicate with patients and really facilitates a lot of or decreases a lot of stress in the office, both on your team side and on the patient side, with forms, consents, treatment plan presentation. It really takes a lot of stress off both sides.
Coming to the appointment, right? Coming to the appointment and being there, because
Yeah.
sometimes we don't, I see a lot of patients over the age of 60. My favorite people, by the way, Deren. I wish I could not have people under that, but they have many appointments out there. They get confused. So just, let's say someone was a new practice owner. What does Modento do in a practice? What are some of the things it actually does?
So even going to before they become a patient or before they come in as a patient, once they're in your system, all you need is a name and a phone number or email address. It starts the process for you. It automates sending all the new patient forms. They can fill those out on their own time, on their own device at home, and it auto populates back into your software. So before they've even shown up in your office, a lot of the stuff is ready to go. Insurance is entered. They can take a picture of their card on the app. Everything can be done ahead of time, and there's no data entry on your team side. So, lots of savings on that side of it too.
Also, you're building a relationship before the patient comes to the practice.
Yeah.
ABC, always be connecting.
Sure.
We talk about needs and wants. If it was an appointment for hair, they would get there no matter what. If appointment for dentistry, it's not as much of a fun thing to do, but it's a neat thing to do. So I think that's great that you can build a relationship beforehand. I want to share part of this is getting resources and JFOing, just finding out whether you use a system, whether you don't have a system like that, take demos and find out. Get your awesome office managers like we have to find out more about this by texting Modento to 215-543-6454. That's the Nacho team. Deren, how could people reach out to the Modento team directly if they want to learn more about it?
Yeah, I mean, you can go to our website, modento.com or modento.io. We have both domains. You can find me on Facebook. I'm all over the place in your group and others. You can, find me and message me directly, or you can email me if you'd like, just Deren, my first name, at modento.io, and we can connect any of those ways.
Awesome. You always can reach out to us at salsadentalnachos.com. Now, before we go, one of the themes of this in life is the story is the star. It's the story, right? Not the patient, not the team, not the dentist. What's a good story of one of your clients using Modento and having some success, decreasing stress, saying, you know what, Deren, we know our dentist people, they're a bit skeptical, right? They always think something's going to ask a question about the question. They want a bite wing of the bite wing. But I love those customers, patients, clients who weren't so sure, and then they have a great experience and they say, I'm really glad I did this. Do you have an example of something like that?
I mean, I can speak for me personally on how I use it to decrease frustration and stress. I mean, you know that we want to communicate with our patients and be available, and people kind of go back and forth on, do I give my cell phone? Do I make the call? All that kind of stuff. Well, we've got an app that, the dentist, myself, can use as a clinician, communicate with patients, and that all stays within the ecosystem of the practice management. So that entire conversation is recorded in a way and in a place where your team will see it later. So you can check on people after hours. You can answer those post-op issues all through Modento.
You have you guys have that voicemail feature, right? People can tell us about that voicemail feature before we head off.
Yeah, so the voicemail drops, I mean, you can use it for a ton of things, especially right now, reactivating hygiene. I know Local Med and Dental Intel are going to talk about their method, but if you're not connecting through technology, dropping that into people's voicemails has gotten us a lot of calls at our office. 6 weeks ago, my schedule, as most of the world's was empty. And this is going to be a super productive month for us with using some of these methods that you're going to talk about after me with Local Med and Dental Intel and voicemail drops and targeted emails and all the things you can do with Modento as well. So you can do it for post-op calls. You can express concern for unfulfilled treatment as the doctor. So there's a lot of ways you can use that to create the personal touch with the patient, not knowing that it wasn't you physically making that call. You record it one time and your team can send that for you.
And I love a few things you said there. First, I don't know what the legalities of using other phrases are, but there was a popular commercial back in the day where I'm not just the founder, but I'm also a member. So you're kind of that with Modento, right? And you have a lot of facial hair at this time. So that fits with that. But also you mentioned that what I want to share on this business and leadership topping themes is there's so many resources to help you. There's not just one place to buy running sneakers. There's not just one bank to use. There's all these different resources, just like I want to create with our sponsors and resources, just like dentists, collaborate with people in the community. Think of them as people who are raising the game of all of this instead of competitors. And I hope we can do this with both dentisting and with our key resource and sponsor, because then we create a better world for everybody. So I appreciate you mentioning that, Deren. One more time here before you jump off, text Modento to 215-543-6454. What's your first procedure after lunch there, Deren?
Implant placement.
Oh, nice.
Dual 30 and 31 together.
That's nice. I like the implant placement. Not once has someone complained about the color of the implant underneath the gum. Very relaxing, right? There's no contact. Just put it in, you're done. So enjoy that, Deren. Thanks so much.
Thanks.